I suck at making Roblox games, especially at building them.
Hell no.
Hey there, my name is Simjet, and in today's video I challenged myself to learn how to use Blender in 3 days. Blender is a software that allows you to create 3D models, animations, visual effects and more. It's free and open source, which means anyone can download it and use it without paying. Blender can be used for various purposes such as making video games, movies, art or even 3D printing. We'll be using Blender to 3D model assets for our game, because what the hell is this trash? To make my life easier, instead of learning everything in one go, I'll split my learning experience into 3 days. Every day I'll spend a minimum of an hour learning something new, and we'll see how far I've come by the end of the challenge. Without further ado, let's begin. I started the first day of the challenge by watching a tutorial on Blender's basics. After learning the basics of Blender, I decided to try and follow a simple tutorial to get the hang of things. After an hour of skedaddling, I made this awesome tune. After creating that masterpiece, I decided to get some feedback from my good friend Jam Scoop. Yo Jam, what do you think of my tree, bro?
I mean, in my opinion, it's not bad, but it's not good. For your first attempt, it's decent. You have to keep working hard in Blender. You have to keep trying and keep practicing to get good results. So, if you keep working till day 3, you'll probably get better results. But right now it's trash!
After that feedback, I was even more motivated to drive through the challenge. But that was all for today. Let's begin day 2. On day 2 of the challenge, I decided to make a small asset pack containing tree, rock, grass, bush, and terrain. After making these pieces of art, I sat back on my chair and admired how far I've come. But it wasn't over yet. To prove I was a worthy Blenderer, I decided to create a scene using my asset pack. So I got to work. So guys, as you can see, here is my scene. Took me about an hour to complete, but it's pretty good. I 3D modeled this lighthouse because the scene was looking pretty bland without building. I added this free model water to make it look like an island, and I also created these hexagonal plates to make it more varied. I used the terrain for depth and height in the map, and it adds much detail. I scattered the trees around, and this is the final scene. On the final day of the challenge, I decided it was time to make a whole map using my brand new skills. I asked Bing AI for the theme of the map and it came up with a farming theme. I think that this would be a fun map to create. My idea for the map would be that there is one big center spawn island where you can purchase tools, more crops, sell your crops, and that kind of stuff. Around this island would be more smaller islands, which is where players have their plots and grow their farm. These smaller islands would contain farmland, a mini farmhouse storage area, composters, an index, and more. The reason I'm taking this to such a complex level is so that if I were to actually create something big in the future, I can be prepared and know what to expect. Let's begin. I started by making a hexagonal plate with a gradient, and I combined them together to make the main island. After creating the path, I decided to hop into Blender and try to make my first ever building, a barn. Colouring the barn, I modelled some hay bales and I put the barn next to the path. Overall, for my first build, I think it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You guys won't believe it. I yet again hopped in Blender to create the shop for our map. Once again, I placed it on the path and I also made this greenhouse using just parts from Roblox. Let me know what you think, I might change it in the future. I then went on to further detail the map. I added a checkered pattern to the floor, created lots of trees, bushes, terrain, etc, etc. Created leaderboard signs, and here's our result. After taking a few days off from the project, I was feeling even more motivated to continue building. I tried to model these chests in Blender, but I think I'm going to change them in the future, because I don't know if they look that good. I then hopped on Blender, again, and modeled a carrot to put in the middle of the map on a podium. We can talk about the carrot another time. After whatever the hell that was, I cooked, and once again cooked. Also, here's how I made the logs and barrels. For the players' islands, I made a small pack containing buttons, boards, and compasses. You get the idea. I'm actually going to leave the players' islands very simple and plain, because when I get to scripting the islands, I kinda don't know what I'm gonna do, so just in case I need to add any changes or add some new stuff, I'm just gonna leave it plain so I can do that in the future. I hope you guys are fine with that. As you can see, I kept it pretty simple. I've got my buttons, my compasses, my board, and yeah, and this is the place where the farmland will be. Overall, I'm pretty happy with what I've achieved. I mean, any changes can be made in the future, and yeah. At the start of this video, I didn't even know how to build, and now look at me. I think I did pretty good. If you want to see me script the game, which I can't do, please leave a like on the video, and make sure to subscribe. Bye.